Hitting 950 in Destiny 2 is easy and simple. With exotic quests that give huge power spikes like Izanagi's Burden and Whisper of the Worm, as well as a director that easily maps out how to gain more power, it's never been easier to hit the power cap in Destiny. But building a perfect character, that's a challenge. With random rolled weapons and even more random stat rolls on armor, creating an alien killing machine in Destiny has never been more difficult. I have set out on the challenge to create the perfect set of characters with the ultimate goal of reaching legend in the competitive playlist. My name is Bosox, and welcome to the Vault. This week in episode 2 of the Vault, we hopped on our hunter and we jumped into the Iron Banner to get some crazy loot drops. In the background, you're seeing me go through the entire event quest because I hadn't done it on my hunter. And I just want to talk about some quick takeaways before we get into the loot haul part of the video. I suck at hunter. Who knew? You don't play the character, you're kind of trash at it. And over time, it got a little bit better. But yeah, so going forward, we're going to need to figure out a way to get better at this character. We're going to need to find a subclass to play. We're going to need to find some guides to figure out how to play better as a hunter in PvP. Because, oh my god, I'm so garbage at this character. And yeah, towards the end of the session, of the play session, it definitely started to get better. I hit some snipes and things like that. But overall, it was brutal, guys. I was, bottom of the leaderboard, almost every game. It was so embarrassing. It was so bad. And not to mention, Iron Banner maps were atrocious today. I kept getting Vostok, Gambler's Ruin, and just other maps I didn't like very much. So, other than that, I'm really excited to improve as a hunter. But right now, I'm pretty much, hot trash at this character at this point. So, hopefully we can improve in the future. Alrighty, Guardians, let's get into our previous goals and how well we did from last week, and then talk about what we need to do moving forward on my hunter. So, one of the first goals was to hit 950, which we kind of did. However, we do have some gear, armor pieces that are below 950, particularly our chest plate and our boots. Those are below 950, and the only reason we're actually 950 is because we're getting some help from some pinnacle drops that we got on some other characters. So, we did hit 950, however, we technically did miss our goal in my opinion. However, we were on a short week, because last week we uploaded on Tuesday, today is Sunday. The next episode will be obviously on a Sunday, so that's really good. And, the other goal was to increase the overall, better our gear, essentially our legendary armor on our hunter, because right now we have 48 in our mask, 49 in our gloves, we got a 55 in our chest plate, which was really good. This was from a drop while playing Iron Banner. We got a rank up package that really helped. This has 18 recovery, however, we're looking for something with a little bit more, because we really need to boost our recovery. However, we did not have this last week, so that's pretty good. And then we got some 58 boots, which were pretty nice from the rank up, from the Iron Banner quest you saw earlier. And then we have some random cloaks, which really don't matter too much. We also got some other Iron Banner armor, but that's a lot of strength. And then we have this, which is a decent overall roll. Pretty good because it's not in resilience and strength, and it's in the other stats, which is pretty decent. However, there's nothing really standing out in this piece, and it's only 57. And then finally 52s in our helmet, which really sucks. So, in order to get this better gear, we need to go to our Iron Banner tokens, and we need to turn them into Lord Saladin, because he gives really, really solid stat rolls on armor pieces that can exceed even 60 at times. So, we have 335 Iron Banner tokens here. But then if we go to our quests, on my Titan, my Warlock, and my Hunter, I was able to complete this bounty, the Maneuver Warfare, the Around the Fire, and Oath of the Pack bounties. We did not get to complete an Arsenal of Tricks bounty, which is getting kills with supers and abilities on any of our characters, which means we'll get about 450 more tokens. And then, of course, we were also able to complete the Scour the Rust quest on our Hunter, which means we're officially done with this quest on all 3 of our characters, which is really nice. So what I'm going to do is turn in all of my Iron Banner bounties on my characters. In fact, we'll see the Hunter, and then on my Warlock and Titan, I'll do that off screen so that we can get right into improving our Hunter, which is mostly what this series is about. However, I do want to introduce you really quickly to my Warlock at the end of this video. So let's get into it. We're going to open these, and we're going to get straight weapons, which is really not necessary. 952 is okay. 952 is okay. 952. So we can throw some 952s on, but we don't hit 951, which is upsetting. And then, yeah, so I will see you guys in a moment at the tower at Lord Saladin, getting ready to turn in some tokens. Alrighty, Guardians, we're back. We're at Saladin. We've got our quest completed. We're turning it in. Awesome. There we go. We've got 785 tokens to work with on our Hunter. We've cleared out our inventory of random ass gear, except for some Iron Banner stuff, which we've left behind. And we just want stat rolled armor right now. We want some basic armor that we can use with our Hunter going into next week. And that's going to be the plan for the moment. We also have a special surprise at the end of this video, which will be really fun. So that's really cool for our Hunter, a little surprise for our Hunter, which is nice. But yeah, I guess I'll just get into turning them in for now. I think what we're actually going to do, so we got some boots, nice. I think what we're actually going to do is we're going to hold off on showing off my Warlock and my Titan for the sake of time in this video. And then next week we'll have a different style of video. We got Enhanced Grenade Launcher Reloader. Okay, wait, so that's one of the things I definitely did want to show off. Heading over to mods, we just got a huge reloader buff mod, which is really awesome for all of our characters. Swarm of the Raven is still a really good DPS weapon. Wendigo is still a really good DPS weapon. But just to show off really quick, if we head to class items, we're still looking for a couple of perks and a couple of mods that we really want to get from this guy. It includes Enhanced Bomber and Enhanced Ashes to Assets. So if we can get either one of those or both, preferably Ashes to Assets, that would be really nice. Also, we do not want guns at all. Enhanced Bow Targeting, okay. Getting these mods isn't the end of the world because you can only earn them once, so at the end of the day, like, worst comes to worst, Enhanced Hand Cannon Targeting, nice. Worst comes to worst, Enhanced Hand Cannon Dexterity, awesome. We're getting a ton of them. Holy crap, we just got a shitload of awesome mods. Let's go. That's awesome. And then we get a fucking gun, so rip. Enhanced Ashes Assassin. Let's go, boys. Okay, we just hit the jackpot in terms of mods. I was going to say, for mods, the nice thing about getting a mod is that once you earn it, you can't earn it again. So that's really nice when you're hunting all of the mods. That's big boy let's goes, because I think all we need is Enhanced Bomber now. I think these roll on your thing, on your weapon, no matter what. So yeah, that's super awesome. We just got a ton of mods handed to us. And there's Enhanced Bomber, even better. We're getting a lot of guns though, so definitely if you haven't done your quests on your Iron Banner, guys, that's how you turn in tokens to Lord Saladin, and you can get some pretty hype stuff, some pretty crazy items from doing this, and we're getting a ton of guns. But so going back to my Warlock and my Titan, I think I'm going to hold off showing those two until next week. Because I don't want this video to get crazy long, and I realize turning things in can get a bit long, especially when we are earning a bunch of stuff. And then, So I'll show them off next week, and next week we're going to have a pretty light episode, but I guess I'll talk about later when we get to the goals section. Right now we're just looking for some good loot, and we're going to hope that we completed some of our goals. That would be really, really nice, obviously. But yeah, let's see if we can get some decent stuff. We're coming to the end here. We're getting a few more guns and things, which sucks. More boots. Nice. Nice. We always want the boots. Sorry if you can hear my mouse clicking. It was really rough on Hunter this week. I was not playing well, and that's really unfortunate. However, it's a learning process, so we'll get better at the Hunter. So we just turned in everything. We have a bunch of stuff over here on the right side, which is good. In fact, we don't have a lot of bonds, which is probably the best thing ever because those don't roll with stats. I'm going to clear out the inventory so that you guys don't have to watch me clear everything out. And I don't want to miss out on any good rolled weapons and stuff. So I'll be back in 1 second with all the stuff cleaned out. Alrighty, we're back. I have cleaned out some of the stuff. On the weapons, all of them were a bust except for this fusion rifle, which rolled high impact reserves, under pressure, projectile fuse, a decent sight, and a range masterwork. Seems really strong in my opinion. So we'll look at using this in the future or something. A lot of these Wizen Rebukes can roll pretty solid rolls, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for the armor. So let's start it off real quick. We got our Hunter Cloak. We've got an Arc one, we've got a Void one, and we have a Solar one, so that's really good start. Boots, we got a 20 recovery boots, really solid for PvP, because recovery is one of the best stats you can have in PvP, and it's got a 12 discipline, a 58 total. Some of the other ones, a 57 with 20 mobility is pretty cool, 57 with a bunch of decent stats, no recovery though, so not great for PvP. 57, this one rolled with 16 recov, so that's not bad. And then 13, this one rolled nice stats on resilience, recovery, and discipline at 58. And then another 58 with a lot of strength, maybe for a PvE build revolving around our melee and stuff, so that's pretty good. But overall, we wanted a few different ones, and we're going to keep a lot of these because we want those different affinities across the board. Going into our chestplate, we did earn this from an Crucible upgrade thing, or Crucible Valor reset rank. So that's pretty good. 18 recovery across the board, pretty solid. And then for our chest plates, we really didn't get a whole lot that we liked. However, we have one of each burn now, which is solid. And these ones were, you know, mid-50s all around. So not great, but not terrible. For our gloves, we did roll these ones, which have, you know, solid stats across the board. We don't really care about resilience and strength. We had this one before, so we're keeping it. Really good. Obviously, we have our crappy Dreambane ones. And then we got a 54 stat roll, not very good, but it is arc. And then a 57 stat roll, but a lot of strength, a lot of mobility. Again, not very good. So that's upsetting. Gloves we kind of missed out on, so we're going to have to find a way in the future to upgrade our gloves. Then our helmets, we got a 58 stat roll with, again, 15 recov and 16 intellect. Pretty good stats on that helmet right there for PvP, especially if we like our super. However, one of my problems with Hunter is the super, so that's unfortunate. 56, pretty decent overall. 56, again, not great. No recov there. Our 48, crappy helmet, but it's 950. We'll actually infuse that in right now. There we go. So we got 50. Sadly, this is a solar helmet, which is unfortunate for my playstyle, which involves a lot of hand cannon usage. So that's unfortunate. 56, 56, and 56, but we have, you know, one of each affinity, which is nice. So overall, pretty decent stat haul. We do have a couple bounties we can finish up if we want to, both later tonight and on Monday. So if we end up doing that, I'll let you guys know what happens next week. But I'm actually probably going to turn those tokens in, unlike my Warlock or my Titan, to get them a few more stat bonuses. Because my Hunter made a lot of good leaps forward this week. Overall, I think we did a pretty decent job of covering our goals. Getting a little light level in our boots and in our chest plate isn't a huge deal going forward. So we'll be able to fix that up pretty quick. We can actually upgrade these gloves too while we're at it. So overall, pretty solid week for our Hunter. let's just get into the goals for next week. So that I can introduce my characters for the next week, both my Titan and my Hunter, or Titan and my Warlock. Next week goals, once again, are going to be relatively simple. We need to farm a few more of these types of materials so that we can start upgrading our Hunter's gear, because both my Titan and my Warlock have some armor sets that are masterworked and some armor sets that are at least high affinity energy points. Like, they have high energy points in their affinities, so that I can run some mods. However, obviously for us, in our Hunter's case, we don't really have that option to us, and one of the first things I think I'm going to start working on is getting some of my cloaks upgraded as soon as possible. So our goal is going to be to upgrade some of these so that we have cohesive builds for both PvE and PvP. We want to do a couple other things on this series in order to get my Titan and my Warlock introduced. So we're not going to leave my Hunter with too much to do this coming week. However, we want to upgrade some of this armor. That's the main thing that I've talked about. And then number 2, we need to clean out this vault. Yeah, there's a lot of crap in here that, like, doesn't need to be here. We've got 2 Wardcliff coils, got 2... the rabbit thing? Like, why? Why do I got 2 rabbits the same... like, what? They're the same. We got 2 Black Talons, 2 Darcys. Like, this vault is a mess. So, that's going to be one of our priorities, is to clean out this vault of all the random armor pieces and stuff like that. I'm not going to do it on video because it's just going to be a lot of work and a lot of combing through stat rolls and things like that I don't think is going to be interesting for the viewer. So we're going to skip over. I'm going to do that off screen before next week, and you guys will be able to see kind of where our new vault and our new armor sets are on all 3 of our characters. Otherwise, those are going to be our priorities and our goals. Hitting 950 on my Hunter, on all the gear, and then getting these armor pieces specifically, the ones I have like equipped, for example, upgraded a little bit so that I have a cohesive PvP build. And then going forward, I can actually try to work on improving my Hunter in PvP, because Iron Banner was a train wreck with my Hunter. It was so bad. And then, yeah, introducing my Titan and my Warlock to the series next week. So, pretty light week ahead of me, ahead of us, I guess you would say. However, you guys aren't trash on your Hunters like I am. So, to round out the video, before I get going, we do have an exotic engram, and it would be so nice to pull something like a Wormhusk Crown, because I think going forward, the characters that I'm going to choose to play in the subclass I'm going to play in PvP is Archstrider, because of how broken the artifact mod is, Arc Battery, how broken that mod is. So I want to play Archstrider, and Wormhusk Crown just pairs so nicely with it. So if we get Wormhusk, that would be great. If we get any exotic armor, that would also be nice. So let's see what we get. Not terrible, except, wow, it's got a lot of resilience and a lot of strength. I will see you guys next week. Bye.